Thanks for tuning in to another video, and for today I have a tips and tricks video on the Watch 8 Classic. This video is a bite-sized version of the bigger full tips and tricks video that I did, which is about 45 minutes, so not everyone has the time for that, but if you do, the video is in the description if you want to check that out later. Also keep in mind all the features I go over on this video are going to be available on the regular Watch 8, the Watch 7, the Watch 6, and even the Watch 5. So in this video, I'm going to go over just a portion of the features that are available on this watch. So what I want to talk about now is how to change your quick replies on this. So when you get a text, let me just get into it. So if I click on here, let me show you the options. Obviously you got the icons right there, and then these are the quick replies on the bottom. And these all can be adjusted. You can't do it on the watch, but you can do it on the app. So let me show you how to do that in a second. But I also just want to show you your other options when you want to reply to a text. If you just tap on this, okay, we got our keyboard right there, right? But then if you see that little bar there, if you just swipe up, you get all of these options as well. So I got my keyboard, I have my numbers right here, I have my emojis there. I could do the speech to text, which works very good. So basically tap this and just speak to whatever you want, and it will translate it for you, and then you hit send. Then I also have this icon, which I don't really use, but you can. So basically just write the letters there, and it will pick the word for you. So that's up to you if you like that. But it's great that you have that many options. So let me show you how to change the quick replies. To do that, we have to get into the Gear app. Now, it's in a little bit of a section that you probably wouldn't have thought about, but let me scroll down here. So I have to get into Watch Settings, and then I have to scroll down to General, all the way down here. There we go. And it's right down here, Quick Replies. So I'll just show you what's available in the rest of the menu there. But you hit Quick Replies, and again, I could have my emoji response. I could toggle that off if I never do emojis. If I'm over 50 and I never use emojis, I could just toggle it off if I want, and then, they gray out. Then, the other thing, if I am under 50 or 60, or I don't know, you use a lot of emojis. So you just hit plus, and now I could add whatever emoji I want. You could see here, let me just go back. I can't type in text, right? It only will allow me to add emojis. But if I pick an emoji, and there we go. Let me get into the emojis again. I don't know. There you go. So now I have those emojis as things I can use. I don't know how many you can fit on there. Okay, I changed my mind. I do know how many you can fit on there. This. So you can fit 10. The suggested replies, you can turn this on and off. I'm just going over this because it's right in this section. I'll just bring it up. But this is the AI assistant, and if it has some text, and especially if you go back and forth with somebody, it'll have a lot of information about what you're talking about, and it will give you pretty good AI suggested replies. So instead of you typing something out, it might hit it just right, and you tap that and hit send. But this is where the custom replies are, and here they all are. There's actually a lot that you can have there. Let's do this one. Yes, please. I could just edit it and, do whatever I want. And then I hit save. And there it is right there. Then, if you scroll down here, I could add a response. I could do this. Now I could add, again, whatever I want. I'll make it look a little different than the other one. And so there, that one is down there. And if I don't want these custom replies, I could just toggle them off if I want. And if this is too many, again, I could delete them by just hitting edit. Now, let me just click on one here. If I click on one, and then it's going to give me the delete option. I don't use that one, so let me just delete that. There we go. It's gone. Right? Easy enough. Now, let me hit the edit again, and you just move these tap the little arrows right here, and you can move it to whatever you want. So the ones that are most popular, you would probably bring to the top if you wanted to. And then once you're done, you just get back, and it's saved. Perfect, right? Okay, now, I did do this on the Watch 8 tips and tricks where I went over the watch faces for doing photos and stuff like that. So if you're not interested in it, you could just click on to the next chapter. But this might be of interest to some people. So let me just show you some options of putting some different photos on your watch face. So we just go into watch faces right here. And then you got to pick a photo one. I don't think I have any on there. But let me show you where it is, if I can find it. There it is, photos. So these are my options. I have photos, photo sticker, and pebbles. And let's do a photo. Now it's up there. Now I just hit the icon to edit it. And you can see here there's different options for my clock, right? I could change it the way I want. And then you could do the clock type. You could change things, the colors, all that. You could see that happens. But the big thing is you want to put your photo on here, right? So you do background, and now you pick a picture from your gallery. Instead of me opening up my gallery, I'm just going to take a picture right now. I'm going to use the camera right here. Okay, actually, I'll just go with this. So that's my picture, and now you could do different things with it. I could move it around a little bit to frame it a little bit better. You could do all this kind of editing and stuff like that if you want to do that. You know, the contrast and whatever else you could do here. I don't know. So you could change your photo if you want, then you hit done. But now if I hit save, and I could put a couple of photos on there. And if I have a couple of photos on there, then every time I raise the watch, it will change the photo. And if I just tap it, it will change to the next photo. But I'm just going to save this. But there we go. And if I did a more than one photo on there, I would just tap it and it would just go to the next photo. But that's kind of cool, right? Now, we could do the photo sticker. So let me show you what that looks like. Same basic premise here, but just slightly different option. I just hit, it's up here now, and I just have to hit the edit icon. And again, you could do the pre-made ones, where it just modifies it slightly, and then your photo would be over here. Or you could, down there, and you can move it around. The last one is Pebbles, which is probably the coolest one. So let me just show you this. And again, let me get into the edit here. Okay, and piles of pebbles, right? That's kind of cool. So for this one, I am going to just do my pictures. I'll pause the video and I'll get some photos on here because I have to go through my gallery. You don't want to see all my photos, right? Okay, so you can see here I picked 3 photos. And again, I could adjust all of these. I could do this and move it all around, do all the adjustments, all that stuff, and then I hit done, and then I'm going to hit save. And then instead of being just a nebulous color for the pebble, it's actually going to have these photos there. See, there we go. There's the photo. And now if I tap that, or actually the next photo, it will change. And there we go. See? So this one I actually meant to do before, and it is changing the font style. So let me show you how to do that. The style and the size, actually. So we're going to go down here into settings, and then we have to scroll down to display. Let's click on that. And so we got the usual features here. There's a couple of things you might want to do. You can change the screen timeout if you want to save some battery. And this is what I wanted to show you, though, the font style. There's a couple of different ones you could add here. You could change it to, I should say. There we go. And then we could change it to bold just to make it a little easier to see. But the big thing is the font size. And it actually gives you a little display of what it will look like. That's kind of in the middle. I don't mean to toggle that on. So if we go down, that's the smallest it could be. And that's the biggest it can be. Let's go somewhere in the middle here. There we go. So leave it in the comments if changing the font size would be helpful for you. Okay, so I'm going to show you how to customize the exercises, and there's a bunch of stuff you can do with that. But the first one is just changing the order of your exercises. So I just turned this on so I could double press it and open up my exercises. And then you could see, that's my order of exercises. But I may not like this order. For this one, you actually have to go into Samsung Health. It's a little confusing that you have all these apps, but we go into Samsung Health, and we have to go into exercises right here. We just hit the more icon, and then this is our options. The 3 favorites up the top here are the ones that are going to show up first. Now, if I don't want that, I hurt my elbow and I can't do archery anymore, I just take that away. And this is an exercise I created when I did my other video, so I'll show you how to do that in just a minute. But maybe I'm doing alpine skiing now, so let me just add that. And now those are my 3 favorites. And you can see here, I got bike, walking, and alpine skiing. There you go. So let me show you some other stuff that you can do. This is the exercises that I have listed there. And if I just push one and hold it, I get into the edit mode, basically. So if I click on a couple here, and I could hide them if I want. So now they're gone from my list, right? I could always add them back, but for now they're gone. But if I want to do that again, I just push it, get into this, I could move these exercises. So again, I have the top 3 right here, so I could move these around. So if I want the alpine skiing to be the top one of my favorites, right? I can't move this into here. That won't work. But now if I just do this, maybe archery is not that important anymore, I could just move it down, and then I'm done there. And you can see here, now that's saved exactly the way I want. If I hit the icons up here, I could edit the exercise and do what I just did right there, just by pushing and holding it. It's up to you which way is easiest to do. Then if I hit plus, now I could add exercises. Remember, I just got rid of some, but the exercises that were there were just a fraction of the exercises that are actually included on the watch. So if I click exercise list, again, I have all of them. I could just scroll through all of them if I want. but then it's also categorized. So if I'm looking for the free weights, there we go. Now if I want to add this one, I just add it, and there it is. So super easy to do this stuff. And then also, let me get back into the add here, because you can create an exercise. This would be if, again, you just want to be able to track your exercise, your heart rate, your calories burned, that kind of stuff. But it's not, you're not running, you're not going for a walk. Maybe you're just, like I created, gardening, or you're doing some work around the house, or you're doing, you're at work and it's a physical job and you just want to keep track of all the calories you burned or something, whatever the case might be. So we create an exercise. We go like this. I could type a name, my favorite, test 2, and then of course, this is what I can record. I could have no GPS, so if I'm inside, that would be a good idea. Or even if I'm outside and I just don't need the location data, I could have that off and save battery. And I could do this with the GPS there, or I could record this, the sets and the rest. Let's do it without GPS, right? Now, I could pick a category, whichever one I want. It's really not all that important. This should just make it easier for you to find it. And that's all the options there. Let me hit save. And there's my exercise right here. This also would be good if, say I am gardening and I'm doing that for 20 minutes every day. If I keep clicking the exercise every time I do it, at the end of the week, the end of the month, I could see exactly how many hours or minutes I've been doing gardening. And again, that might be some information you want. Now, you could also create a workout routine, which is nice. I got this. I could have, first off, we could change our name, right? I'm running out of tests here. Okay, so that is my new name. This is going to be my workout routine. Now I could have a warm-up if I want. I could just toggle that on and off. And I can also set the time if I want. There we go. So there it is. Then I could have a cool down at the end of the exercise if I want. But now I could add exercises. So if I just hit this, let's do archery because it's right there. And we would do some deadlifts. And and I'm going to do beach volleyball after that. So let's hit done. So now I got my exercises added there. I could have a break in there. I could set a time. I could have manual, or I could have no break at all. And I could have these settings apply to all my breaks if I want, or I could set each break separately if I want, because I do have another break in between these two exercises, and then I could add another break if I want. But again, that's kind of my workout routine, right? And you could fool around and modify this if you want slightly, and you could also do it 3 times, 5 times, 10 times, whatever you want to do. And there you go. You have a bunch of circuits there. So let's hit save. And now you can see here, this is my test 100, right? And you could see that little icon there. And this is my exercise I'm going to do. And I could hit start and get to it, right? That's kind of cool. Now, if let's go into the watch here. And I'll just double press this to open up my exercises. So I got the alpine scan, the bike, the walking like we had, and there is my test 100. That's my mode here. This is the exercise routine I created, right? And you can see there are 3 exercises, 5 circuits of each. I got the warm-up, and yeah, that's kind of cool, right? Let me know if that was helpful for you. Okay, so that's a few of the tips and tricks that I have for the Watch 8 Classic. Again, I'm cutting this video short because I do have a couple of other Watch 8 Classic tips and tricks videos that I'll leave in the description that are about the same length as this one. And then I also have a massive one that's about 45 minutes, and I'll leave that in the description if you just want to know everything that this watch can do, because there are obviously a lot of features that you can do with this watch. And if you made it this far, of course, consider subscribing, liking, and sharing the video if you know someone else who has this watch. I would really appreciate that. And check out my channel for other smartwatch reviews and other gadget reviews. And also, I do have a lot of comparison videos of the smartwatches to help you decide which one is better for you. And I also have a lot of detailed how-to videos. So hopefully some of those things are helpful for you. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next video.